Hi Class 5 and welcome to your first history lesson. I'm really excited for the history this week. This is one of my favourite topics to teach in Year 5 and I know that you'll enjoy it. Even though we're learning online, but I know that you'll still enjoy it. So we're going to have a look at the Battle of Britain and we're going to look at some different pieces of evidence today to try and get an idea of what the threat to Britain was based on just these images. So the Battle of Britain, it was fought between the RAF and the German Air Force. I'm just going to give you a little bit of information so that you have a bit of an idea about what happened. So in July 1940, the leader of Germany, Adolf Hitler, he planned a secret mission which was codenamed Operation Sea Lion. And his plan was to invade Britain and stop the Allies from being able to fight back from Britain against his plans, so that he could secure German supremacy, which is ultimate power and control, across the world. The first thing that he needed to do, though, was to get control of the British airspace, and the Battle of Britain came as a result of this. The German Air Force was sent to destroy the British Air Force. And this is just a quote that Adolf Hitler said about what he wanted to do. As England, in spite of her hopeless military situation, still shows no signs of willingness to come to terms, I have decided to prepare, and if necessary, to carry out a landing operation against her. The aim of this operation is to eliminate the English motherland as a base from which the war against Germany can be continued, and, if necessary, to occupy the country completely. So he wanted to take over the whole of Britain. Okay, so what you need to do now, you need to get your resources out, so you've got the pictures in your pack and also your template. And what I would like you to do, when you see each image on the screen, I want you to just have a think about what is in that image that shows that this invasion was a threat to Britain. And once you've paused the video and you've written your ideas down, unpause the video and then I will go through some of the answers with you. So we've got the first resource and it is a map, okay, of Europe. So if you pause your video now and write down some of your ideas. Okay, so if we have a look at the key at the bottom, it's not too clear on here, but it should be clearer on your picture. The dark green countries, okay, they are occupied by Germany. So at this moment in time, those countries, Germany have invaded, they own those countries. The lighter green, okay, countries that you can see, so we've got Italy, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, they are all German allies, which means that they are friends with Germany. And then the colours that are like a paley pinky purple, they're neutral, so they're not sort of on either side. And the countries that are in red are at war with Germany. So how do you think this image shows that it was a threat to, the battle was a threat to England and the United Kingdom? If you have a look at the countries that are closest to the United Kingdom, they are all occupied by Germany. So the invasion is getting closer and closer. The Germans occupy lots of different countries that are all around the United Kingdom. So well done if you wrote anything along those lines. Okay, we'll have a look at the next image now. So the next image is all about Adolf Hitler. So it's the order that he issued in July 1940. So we read the first part in the slide previous, but I'll read the rest now for you. So, since England, in spite of her hopeless military situation, shows no signs of being ready to come to an understanding, I have decided to prepare a landing operation against England, and if necessary to carry it out. The aim of this operation will be to eliminate the English homeland as a base for the prosecution of the war against Germany, and if necessary to occupy it completely. I therefore order as follows. The landing will be in the form of a surprise crossing on a wide front from about Ramsgate to the area west of the Isle of Wight. Units of the Air Force will act as artillery and units of the Navy as engineers. The possible advantages of limited operations before the general crossing, for example, the occupation of the Isle of Wight or the county of Cornwall, are to be considered from the point of view of each branch of the armed forces and the results reported to me. I reserve the decision to myself. Preparations for the entire operation must be completed by the middle of August. Okay, so if you pause the video and write down some of your ideas, why do you think what Hitler said in his speech was going to be a threat to Britain? Okay, so if you have a look closely at what he said, he was very, very prepared. Okay, he knew when he wanted it to be completed by, so he could get the invasion taking place. He was also, if we ever look at this bit, he was also going to do a surprise crossing so that the Britons weren't aware that he was going to be coming. Okay, we'll have a look at the next image. So the next image is a newspaper article, and the front page of the newspaper is announcing that Germany had invaded and occupied the Channel Islands. Now, if I go back here, the Channel Islands are the little islands that are down here. Okay, so getting closer and closer to the United Kingdom. So have a good look at the headlines and the sub-headlines to try and get an idea of how this could show that there was a threat. So if you pause the video and write down some of your ideas. Okay, so the main threat is that Hitler and the Germans had invaded and occupied the Channel Islands. They were getting closer and closer, and if we have a look at this part, first English soil occupied gives Hitler new base. So he had a new base that was even closer to Britain, so his invasion was getting closer and closer. Okay, and the last image that I want you to have a look at is resource 6 in your pack, and it's a bit clearer here. It's now showing that the Channel Islands are occupied by the Nazi Germany. So if you pause the video and write some of your ideas down here. Okay, I hope you sorry about that. I hope you enjoyed your history lesson, and I'm looking forward to seeing what you did. Well done, guys, and I'll see you again tomorrow.